when I have to leave Hawaii,
Yeah.
I get very emotional. I remember last time I was like crying at the beach. I was like, holy shit. That's just how beautiful I think it is. I just cry. Sometimes I just like, I'll be by myself and I'm just crying. You know, it's just like how like grateful and beautiful shit is. You know, because then it's like, oh, I have to go back to that shithole New York City.
I was going to say, you're crying not because it's beautiful. You're crying because you have to go back home. Welcome to the worst Asian podcast, where a couple Asian American millennials give you our shitty...
Oh, yeah.
Our shitty...
Infected...
What do we give them? Our shitty opinions on all things Asian.
Yeah.
My name is Lingjie. I'm here with my co-host extraordinaire,
Yeah.
Ben.
Hey, you're like, Lingjie?
Okay, guys, we're still recovering from being sick.
Yes.
We're in person now.
Yes.
As you can see or not see, depending on if you're looking at YouTube or not. But
Yep.
I'm still struggling to breathe and talk a lot.
Yeah. So Lingjie has something called, rhymes with Movid.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Possibly.
You guys know what I have. If you follow us on social media, if you listen to last week's sick episode, you know what I have. But I'm trying to recover. I'm not infectious anymore. If anything,
that's all I cared about.
I'm super immune for this flu/COVID season that's coming into play now.
Right, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm technically not probably in that space. I could still probably get worse.
I mean, if you feel comfortable talking about it, technically you're at more risk now that you have been diagnosed. So Ben, as you guys, saw last week, if you watched it on YouTube or whatever, he has a really disgusting
herpes 3.
No, he's herpes 3. That's a new type. Ben has like this weird skin rash, and he had a cough. But it turns out that the cough and the skin rash were not related.
Yeah.
Not directly related, but your skin thing is what exactly, Ben?
It's an autoimmune deficiency response to just being overworked. Not from the podcast.
Oh,
Definitely not the podcast.
You don't have to say that. No one thinks you're doing it.
I know, just in case some people are like, oh. But yeah, it's just being from overworked, I guess a little stressed, and just too many friendly patrons getting too close while they're inebriated and trying to cause shit.
So your body is fighting a thing that's not there. That's autoimmune, where it's fighting itself.
Yes.
And that leads to you having like this weird rash on your body.
Yeah. Also, in terms of the skin infection, it's not on my dick. If people were wondering,
nobody was wondering that. I was not wondering that.
All right.
But thank you for clarifying. Nonetheless,
yes. So it's on my neck. It's on my right arm. It's
on your
parts.
Elbow pit.
Elbow pit. The elbow pit. There you go.
Is it on your inner thigh?
No.
That's a very specific question.
I was gonna say no. I don't think so.
I'm not gonna lie. When I picked up the equipment from you last week, and then we did the thing, remote recording.
You were like, "What the?"
2 days later, I had a slight rash on my inner thigh.
No way! So you freaked out.
I was semi-freaking out. I was like, "This looks like the beginning of what Ben had on his neck."
Oh shit! No, I sprayed that shit down because I know you were gonna be like, "Oh fuck, this is bad."
Well, now we know that it's not contagious, anyways. If it's autoimmune, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yes. I forgot about that. It's not contagious.
Yes, it's not contagious. So I'm okay being this close to you. I mean, you still have a slight cough. I have a slight cough. We both took a Dayquil just before we recorded.
Thank you. I feel like the Dayquil's working already.
The only reason I'm taking the Dayquil is it has cough suppressant, right?
It has cough suppressant, and it also gives you it has the same medicinal properties as like ibuprofen, I think.
Yeah.
So it kind of just gives you the energy.
Fine.
Because it numbs your pain.
It has acetaminophen, Tylenol in it.
Yes, it does. It has opium. So
joke's on you, Ben. I give you NyQuil. You're gonna fall asleep soon.
Yo, we gotta record. You're gonna be like, oh crap.
You were saying last week how you took NyQuil by accident once.
Oh my god, because I fell asleep all day.
Yeah. You remember how I told you I don't nap?
Yeah.
So this entire year so far, and we're into September now, I've taken 2 naps this entire year. One, the first nap was when I took NyQuil by accident. I took it.
You too?
I looked at the box because I had the Dayquil NyQuil combo pack.
Yeah, that's all I get.
But I had at that time so much more of the NyQuil than Dayquil, but it was during the day. I was like, and I looked at it, I was like, okay, cough suppressant, acetaminophen, some kind of allergy thing. I was like, okay.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
Is this just a marketing ploy where they make it seem like it's
just different colored?
Yeah, I was like, it's just different colored and shit. I was like, I'm gonna take the NyQuil because I have more of it.
NyQuil fucking works.
I sat down on the couch like half an hour later, and I was getting so drowsy.
Yeah,
and my wife was home at the time, and I just fell asleep on the. And I told you I never take naps.
Oh,
but
shit.
I was like, why the fuck am I so? Oh god, it's the NyQuil.
Yeah.
I just passed down the couch.
Yo, it's a good thing your wife was there, and she's a nurse. Yeah, I gotta say, man, that's like a really plus. It's like, oh shit, she could save my life. You know?
I mean, but you could say that about any profession. If you have a partner that's, let's say, a lawyer or just a full doctor,
I mean, like,
those are more useful. Or like having a construction person, like a handyman as like a partner, that's mad useful for when you have a house.
I think if the house just thing is like, all right, a female construction worker. I was like, that's like a really rare thing.
It's a rare thing. Props to them.
What's she gonna do? She's gonna build me a house, and then she's like, "Hey."
No, she can fix your house. I'm trying to say.
I guess.
She can fix shit in the house.
I meant like when you're sick.
Or if you have a partner that's a car mechanic, that's a plus too.
Holy crap, those are rare too.
What do you mean? There's lots of
a female car mechanic.
I said partner. I didn't.
Oh, you're saying if you're saying that if my partners were all male. All right, got it now.
I just meant any partner that has a certain profession.
You mean all Chad? Right. Yeah, Chad, my lover.
So anyways, this is all to say that we still have a slight cough, so I'm going to try my best to take out... Right there, he coughed. I'm going to try my best to take out as much of the coughing as I did last week. Holy shit, Ben. Last week when I was editing that episode...
Oh, how bad was it?
Yo, the amount of coughing and the amount of like sniffles I had to take out.
Oh, shit. But how was our energy?
I think... for the fact that we were sick,
it was really good,
and it was an extremely long episode
because we kept having to do mad fucking retakes.
No, I'm saying the final episode after I took out the coughing and the retakes because we lost connection.
It was only 15 minutes of actual talking.
No, it was like an hour and a half.
Are you fucking serious?
Yo, remember when we started? I was like,
"Fuck, man,
let's go for like 45 minutes, just make it short."
Yeah,
but we still talked for like an hour and a half.
Yo, and then guys, I remember Lingjie was straight up. All right, guys. No, he was like, "Yo, Ben, let's record another episode." I was like, "Bro." My throat is like on fire, bro. It feels like it's been in the microwave.
I want. Oh God, I'm still alive.
Yep, there you go.
I wanted to record a second episode afterwards because it took so much hassle to get the equipment ready for remote.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to milk as much out of this as possible, but
it took a while.
You couldn't go anymore.
I fell asleep. Remember, I was like, I gotta
passed
sleep.
Out right afterwards.
I literally had to pass out.
Anyway, guys, this topic for today's episode was supposed to be last week. Sponsored by Disneyland and Universal Studios and Miami. Where we're gonna get into our vacations over the summer, but specifically tie that into like Asian families and where they go on vacation, where they not go on vacation, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's basically an excuse for me to complain about Disneyland and Universal.
I was like, yeah, I brought my kids to Miami. How'd you know? Yeah.
So, Asian vacations.
Asian vacations.
It's probably going to be some generic title like that of the episode. Or like, do Asians go on vacations? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, the myth. We don't know.
We don't know.
The urban legend.
But before we get into this actual topic, I just want to complain a little bit about my vacation.
Do it, man.
Ben talked a lot about Miami in the past episode.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one. I genuinely don't remember which one. It was about
do Asians like the beach. That was the episode, I think. Asian beaches? Favorite Asian beaches.
There is going to be someone that's going to search that topic from the title.
I hope so.
Not find that episode.
I hope not then.
So I came back from the beautiful country of California recently.
Yes. Oh, California.
I have to say, my second or third time, I forget how many times, in California. Remember how I used to shit on LA?
Yeah, I still do. But yeah. Love you guys.
I came back this time and I had a slightly better appreciation for LA overall.
Oh.
I think mainly because I drove at such
drugs.
I drove at such early times that I didn't hit any traffic, so that didn't like destroy my vacation.
Oh.
Because remember we talked about traffic.
Traffic in LA, yes.
It's the like foundation of hating that place. Right. Traffic.
Yeah, and there's so many avocados on the roads. It's I'm making shit up. I don't know. They keep throwing it at your cars, like it's terrible. No, but seriously, the traffic. Hold on.
I probably took out some coughing over there.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, Ben, you were saying before you almost blew out your lungs.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, the traffic is terrible. But you're saying that how early are we talking though?
Like 6 a.m. I was driving.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Because I had to get to the theme parks early. If we went later, the traffic would get even longer. So like half an hour ride at 6 a.m. turns into like an hour ride at let's say 7.
Oh, and it's always average at least an hour.
It's dude, I don't get how that's possible because my wife was even saying, yo, there's 6 lanes on this highway.
Right.
How is there traffic?
Right, dude. I totally agree. And like, it doesn't matter what time. It's like, I remember I would drive late at night.
Oh, that's my vacuum. I got
I am turning on. I will destroy all the humans and Asians.
What? Is my Roomba
activating?
Is my Roomba racist? Why
activating weapons.
Continue talking. I will try to turn him off.
I will destroy your feet and dust bunnies.
Okay, there we go. He's done.
Damn it. He has killed me.
Weird question for you. Do you ever like think about where dust actually comes from and where the fuck dust actually goes when you dust?
A lot of it's from human skin. I know that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, a lot of it's from human skin.
Human skin and what else? Hair. There's hair bits in it.
Pubes. In this case, I'm probably producing a lot of extra dust. Just say.
I don't want to see the inside of your vacuum. Like I can't imagine. Or when you use your Swiffer duster, it just comes back hairy.
Oh, so speaking of dust, remember when we were recording the episode, I was cleaning up my room, and I guess I didn't realize how dusty my desk was. So that's why a lot of my setting up took, and why it gave up so much of the time. It's just every time I was like, okay, let me do this part. Holy crap, there's all dust, and I was just breathing it in. And I was just like, oh my God, this was disgusting.
Do you even use your desk for computer-related, actually porn? We talked about porn last week. I forgot.
Nah, bro. It's all, with the advancements of technology, smartphone, baby. It's better now. It's just, you got one hand, the computer, it's just, it's too big. You got to sit upright. It's just too much work. Then she's like, oh shit, he's being
No, that's actually completely wrong, but I don't want to get into why that's wrong.
All right, that'll be our next topic. Asians and masturbating. Oh, sorry. So yeah, anyway, we're talking about traffic.
We're talking about traffic. Traffic sucks in LA.
It doesn't matter what time, but I guess the key is go early.
Yeah, go super early. So I went to Mario Land, which is inside. Actually, it's technically called Super Nintendo Land, but we just call it Mario Land because obviously it's easier to remember.
Okay.
That's a attraction inside of Universal Studios.
Yes, I've seen that.
It's not its own separate theme park that you go to. So you have to pay for Universal Studios ticket, and then you go inside that section of Universal that is Super Nintendo Land. But I'm not gonna lie, like you've probably seen it on social media a lot, right?
I've seen a lot of it, yeah.
It is really immersive.
Everything.
They did everything to the T. Like credit to the Japanese engineers. I just assume it's actual Japanese engineers.
You know it has to be them, bro. They're so crafty.
Everything was legit, and it was large. It was full scale. There was like the characters were everywhere. Just the environment, just the stairs or like the walls were like the same texture that you see in the video games.
Wow. Like they didn't cheap out. They thought of every little thing.
Yeah, it was like legit. It's kind of on the smaller side, but it's fully immersive. If you're any kind of like Super Mario fan, then you're really going to get a kick out of going there.
Oh, it's a me. Oh, I can't even. Oh, it's a me, Mario.
I think for once your Italian accent actually is on point with the character that you're trying to mimic.
Oh, really?
Because sometimes you're talking about your Hispanic partner and you do an Italian accent.
No. Well, no, if I'm talking about my friend,
yeah,
she's actually Roman, but Romans have the most stereotypical Italian accent. It's just super heavy. Like she really sounds. If you met her, she'd be like, "Oh Ben, what the fuck?" And I'll be like, "Yo, Jad, I'm so sorry." Like when she gets mad, I actually purposely like getting her mad because
you want to see her react.
Yeah, I was like, "You spilled the pasta." I was like, "We're in a Chinese restaurant." But okay, yeah. So. It's expensive.
It's expensive. That's the thing. You have to buy tickets to the studio, like I said, Universal Studios. And then in order to avoid the crowd, because that's the main attraction now inside.
The crowd?
The crowd
of people. The crowd is
the
attraction?
No,
to get the main attraction, you want to avoid the crowd.
You want to avoid the crowd.
Okay, I was like, that's
so
weird.
Everyone, when they open their doors at 8 a.m., they run to Super Nintendo Land section because that's the most popular, cool thing to go to, right?
Okay.
So you can buy additional
coins,
tickets to get to the theme park an hour early to avoid general admission people. Okay. So to avoid the poor people, you use your money and you go in early. So you have 1 hour in which you can go to that Super Nintendo Land section, do all this stuff before the poor people just invade that area.
Wow, I don't know why. Lingjie looked right into my eyes. It felt very personal. I bet. No, you're so poor. Let the Lingjie go first.
Yo, it's worth it. One final thing, and then we'll get into the actual topic.
Yes.
You know how some people complain that it's really expensive to get like the fast pass at like Disneyland and stuff like that, or like Universal?
Yeah, 6 Flags.
If you really do the math, and I was actually doing this, let's say that the fast pass is actually double the price of a ticket, right? So it's like the price of 2 tickets. Let's just say it's some crazy number. So you pay $150 for a ticket, you get another $150 for the fast pass.
Okay.
Some people don't do that because they say like it's such a ripoff, but they go to the parks for multiple days and they line up to get to experience all the rides across multiple days.
Okay.
Why not just pay for the fast pass, which is the equivalent of 2 days tickets, and just do everything in 1 day?
1 day.
Because you can avoid waiting in lines, and then you don't have to actually go back to the park for 2 days. Because if you're only going back to the park to wait in line half the time, then you're really not experiencing the park. Why not just avoid that bullshit? Pay the extra money because you're going to buy 2 tickets anyway.
Yeah, so you pretty much put it to the test, and you scientifically proven that you could do everything that you would do on a normal poor people
normal poor people budget.
Schedule, it would be what would take 2 days you could do actually in one, and it's just as fulfilling.
But the poor people are buying 2 days tickets because they want to do everything in 2 days, right?
By the way, we're joking. If you could go to Super Mario Land,
then you're not poor.
Yeah,
you're probably not poor.
So F you guys if you think we're what do you call this? We're being tyrannical. I don't know. What's the thing where like with money, like you're being prejudiced to poor people? There has to be something.
Yeah, there's probably some word. It's gonna come to my mind.
A coinus?
What?
Coinus? I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
So my point is like, I think it's worth it. It's expensive, but I think it's worth it because
you save a whole day. Yes.
You save a whole fucking day.
And that LA traffic, like I said, when you're all the avocados dropping on your car, it saves a lot of time. You're absolutely right about that.
All right, let's get into the actual fucking topic of this podcast.
Yeah.
Do Asians go on vacation? That sounds really stupid. That sounds like a really stupid thing.
No, it's not. Yeah. Oh.
I swear to God, it's not because we're running out.
No.
We still have lots of ideas. Yes. It's just that it sounds stupid, but
there is a serious part to it.
There's a serious part to it. I guess people always like hearing about the personal stories. Ben, as a child.
Yes.
Actually, you were really poor, but I'm still going to ask this anyways. Ben, as a child.
Yes.
Did you and your family go on any vacations?
Yeah. We did. I actually went to Disney World with my parents.
Wait.
We had pictures and everything.
You sure they weren't Photoshopped?
No. We had photos.
Your parents couldn't
afford it. It wasn't invented yet, I think. I think back then they didn't even have the computer.
You went to Disney World or Disneyland? Florida or California?
I don't know. I just remember there's a bunch of pictures. I was like, okay, that is Mickey Mouse. It's not Times Square. So I'm like, all right.
Are you sure it wasn't just another fat Korean kid and your dad bought the pictures off of that family?
No. It was legit. It was the
whole
family.
Do you remember, besides
I was
the picture,
I was a kid. I was like a baby still. So like, I don't think I was even walking most of the pictures. But I did go. I remember I was like, holy crap. I didn't know. I was just like, I just went through our photos. When we used to take real photos back in the day, and we had to develop them. And I just realized the weird thing is that when you take photos and you develop it, the person that's developing it can actually look through them.
Of course.
So I just totally forgot about that. I was like, oh my God, back then, like if you took a little more private photos, like a person could really find out a lot about you.
Yeah, and they have the negatives too, right? Do you get multiple negatives?
They could technically make negatives and you won't know about it.
Right, so that's the thing. If you take provocative photos back in the day, and then the person that's at the store developing your things, if they can make multiple negatives, and okay,
there's a lot more trust
just
back
in
then.
Case there's someone that doesn't know what a negative is.
Oh shit, you're right. Holy crap.
Or what a camera is that's not attached to your phone.
Or film. Yeah.
So it used to be when you took your film camera and you took pictures, and then you took your roll of film to the Photoshop.
Photoshop.
To get it developed. They would develop your film and also give you a negative, which is just like the copy.
Reverse, it's a copy, but it's in reverse of the color.
So if you ever need to get more pictures developed, you take your negative back and they can develop pictures off your negative.
Yes.
It's like it's like the memory card with your backup.
Yeah. Actually, holy crap. This is the memory card before the memory card. But I remember I took a photography class once.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I was like, holy crap, there's a lot of effort behind all this. The amount of chemicals.
Yeah.
The supplies you need. It was a lot of fun, but I was like, wow, I can see how this adds up. But going back to, I actually went to Disney. I got to double check, but I'll ask my parents, but actually they're not going to know. But I went to one of the Disneys, the real one.
Well, you don't need to tell them Disney World or Land. Just tell them Florida or California. That they'll be able to distinguish.
You're right. Okay.
Because they may not know.
I don't think we went to California, so it might be the Florida one. That's Disneyland.
Florida one's Disney World. It's the bigger one.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
We afford it? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the bigger, more expensive one.
Oh, shit.
That has the multiple sections and kingdoms.
All right. I guess I'll ask them. We'll see. Because I'm like, we did not go to California. I can't picture my parents doing that.
Oh, shit. They actually took you there. So do you know if you're... Yo, I'm legit amazed because you know that your family struggles financially for a good portion of their life.
Yeah.
And especially when they moved over, they didn't have a lot.
Yeah, especially with my dad, with my grandmother. But you know what it was? I think a lot of it, going back to my parents saying how like, the one good thing about my parents is that they tried their best to providing me as normal childhood, as in like taking, us places. I was a Boy Scout.
Yeah, even despite all the financial issues, they tried their best to give that to you.
Yeah, like, just playing catch with my dad. When I was like, now I'm thinking like, Dad, this dude was probably fucking exhausted.
From work.
Yeah,
and cigarettes.
Yeah, and he was just like, I got to play catch with this fat kid.
And the fat kid's not catching anything.
It's like, I better not take his ass to the hospital or something. But yeah, like, I'm thinking about it now, but yeah, I went to one of the Disneys.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think, maybe
you talked about it because I barely know about it.
Yeah, you have told me that. I mean, maybe you have told me that, but I just forgot about it. But I'm really genuinely surprised you went to Disney. Was that like the only major vacation you guys ever took?
We used to go to Six Flags a lot. I remember.
Okay. For those of you that don't live here, Six Flags is a teenage adultish
amusement park,
roller coaster park.
Yeah,
it's in New Jersey, which is just south of of New York City. But that was really close because that you could take the bus there in like 3 hours or so.
Oh, I did not.
You could take public transit to there.
Yeah, I remember there was what was the thing called? Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom. They had Six Flags.
Animal Kingdom is. I feel like that's in Disney World.
It's the one where they actually have like you could drive your car and they have all the animals.
Oh yeah, it's okay. It's some kind of like zoo kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's attached to Six Flags.
And then they had there's Split Splash we went to.
The water park that was next to it.
Water park, yeah. There was another place we went to, but yeah, I remember we went to Six Flags often.
That was us as teenagers, not with your family though.
I went with my parents. Both
really?
of us, yeah, both times. Yeah, my dad. I remember I almost died off a roller coaster, but my dad saved me. That I do remember.
Please explain.
So I was on a roller coaster. I think it was one of the very first times. I think it might have been our first time going, and I remember it was kind of like a roller coaster that wasn't good for kids my age. It was more for like teens and above.
Was this back in the day when they didn't really care what your height was?
I think so. I think they just looked at you like, yeah, it's fine. I think they had cigarettes in their mouths back then still, and they're teenagers. But I remember the roller coaster was going on the side, and it was literally like perpendicular to the ground.
Yeah.
Like a circular motion. And I remember vividly that I wasn't strong enough on holding onto the rail. And there was no seatbelts on this bitch. And I remember I was falling
It was just
off.
a rail on your lap.
Yeah, but I remember it wasn't tucked, and I was fat. And it wasn't tucked enough, so I was like, oh crap. I remember I was sitting on the inside part, so I vividly remember I was actually gonna fall off, and like I might have to hold on, like hanging off like this.
Oh shit.
But then my dad, as soon as I felt like, oh shit, I'm gonna fall off, my dad just grabbed me. And the funny thing is that my dad wasn't even like worried. He was still enjoying the ride. He was like, like enjoying himself. Like he knew I could have died. I was like, oh shit. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm alive. And that was one of the first times I remember going on a roller coaster. It was terrifying.
And that's what caused you to actually lose weight.
Yes.
So that the rail could actually go down on your body fully.
Yes. Or just me, I was like, I'm too heavy. I need to be able to do a pull-up or at least extend my strength long enough.
You know, it's funny when we go to some rides where you sit together in one row and there's one rail for the entire row and comes down.
Yeah.
So it has to.
Oh yeah.
It has to stop at the biggest person.
The fattest fuck.
The fattest person. Sometimes when I ride with my son, because we're adults, and the thing goes down.
You're not fat.
It stops at us. But for him, he's still basically super loose on it.
Do you get worried about that?
So then what I'll do is I'll just put my arm around him or like hold his thigh. So in case he starts getting like moving, then I'll really hold on to him.
So it's similar to exactly what my dad did. Yes. Now, all right, there you go. So there you go, guys. This is what
parenting advice.
That's why Asians don't do vacations.
Because their kids might die.
Yes, we might. We see what you're doing. You're trying to kill us.
I don't think I ever went on a vacation as a kid. I'm being endless. Like never one single vacation. I'm trying to think if I even went to like a different state, and I don't think I ever did. I definitely didn't have any pictures of it for sure because I have most of my physical pictures cataloged digitally now, so I haven't.
Oh shit, that's smart. I never done that.
I think we talked about this. You should just do it because I took
got a scanner.
I went through my parents' entire house. I took all the loose physical photos that they had, and I just digitized it. I scanned it. I have a whole album with it, and then
the quality's great.
No, it's not that good because like the pictures themselves aren't that good anyways.
Oh yeah, that's true. We're real photographers. Some of it's like you put your finger on top to it.
It's fucking blurry.
It's like, what is this? Oh, it's my thumb.
You know what's the great thing about those old pictures? Sometimes if you had the settings on the bottom, they would have the date.
Oh, you're right.
So assuming that the date is actually correct.
About that. Yeah.
You could actually date the picture to the exact date, which is kind of nice because sometimes when you look at pictures, you like,
want to know when it happened.
Yeah, like what the fuck was this? When I was like 3 years old, 5 years old, you don't even know.
Do you know? We have Facebook, right? Well, I don't. We barely use Facebook now, right? Well, actually, no. I think you still kind of use Facebook.
We use Facebook. Well, I post our social media stuff on Facebook.
So you know how sometimes there's like a photo, it's like a memory. It's like, hey, this is from 7 years ago.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
I'm like, sometimes I'm looking, I was like, I feel this is way longer. But I was like, and I feel like Facebook is just getting a little lazy with their timestamps.
If you have Google Photos on your phone, it does that every single day too.
Oh.
So my phone every single morning, like on this date 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and then they'll give you like me a short thing of like photos from that day, which is kind of nice because like now I have years worth of my kids' photos. So sometimes they just show me a photo of my son from like a certain time ago. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cute, you know?
Yeah.
Just like brings back memories.
I like that. What
the fuck we're saying? So I don't think I ever went on any real vacation as a kid.
Okay.
And I don't blame my parents for that because they were so fucking busy working.
That's how Lingjie got so rich. That's a secret.
Yo, that's how we got to be like middle income just by like sheer brute force. Yo, it's like when you play Pokemon and instead of like being a good fighter, you just take your Pokemon and you fight like a million Pidgeys and then you just level up. Do you know what I mean?
I don't need to go through this whole fucking map.
Yeah.
But I'll just kill all these Rattatas and Pidgeys. If anything, I'm helping the environment.
If you're like really, really smart, maybe you'll like do some kind of shortcut and catch a Mewtwo first, right? That's like some good investment. Yeah. You bought into like Apple Stack back then. No, my parents just literally took their Squirtle and they fought a bunch of Pidgeys and they brutally forced us into middle class.
Yeah, there you go.
That's basically what happened.
I like that. That's a good analogy.
Do you count like going to the city of Manhattan as like a vacation?
Oh.
Parents would sometimes take me on a day trip to like, let's say the Bronx Zoo. And that's the closest thing that I had to like a quote unquote vacation.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
But that was like once in my entire life.
Okay. All right. I told you how like my dad, when we used to go to the Rockefeller Center.
Yes.
We talked about the story.
Drive-by.
Yeah. So what's it? I guess my dad, when we did go on a vacation, which was very, very seldom, like the Disney World, the Six Flags, it wasn't like every year or anything. It just happened like
randomly.
Randomly, like, a handful of times. But the one thing we always did, which was kind of a tradition, eventually died, but was my dad would get in our old Cadillac, we would drive to the city, he would just drive down Rockefeller. Look, there's this...
Rockefeller Center is where the big Christmas tree is that you've seen on movies and such.
Yeah, and then he'll point at it and we're like, wow, he wouldn't let us leave. And then we'll just drive back home. that was as good as... And I remember we were
like a drive-by shooting, but you're just looking at the tree.
And we were so grateful. Like, wow, we saw the tree. And yeah, it's crazy just thinking about that. Just driving to the city.
You can avoid the tolls.
You
can, but it takes a lot longer. And then if you really want to stop there, which is probably why your dad didn't.
No, hell no.
You have to pay for parking.
Yeah, he hated
because there is no street parking.
There's no street parking there. He did not like to go out and do stuff. Even till now, is your dad the same way? Out of all the parents, which one is like more likely to want to go on vacation as opposed to not?
You know what's really funny? I would say back then they both didn't really want to go. Nowadays, my dad would want to go places more.
Really?
Like he's more down to like go to places, which is
that's awesome.
I need to like kick myself in the butt because I've been trying to find some time to take them to. I think he wants to go to where's all the seafood at? Is that Maryland?
Street. Yeah, Main Street.
No, not fucking Main Street, Flushing.
Maine,
right? It's Maine, right? That's where the seafood is.
You could
right?
go to Maryland, but Maine
is where the seafood is. I remember he was talking about that last year, and then I need to fucking find time this fall just to drive up there. It's a long ass drive.
Yeah,
but I don't mind driving. And my dad has a minivan anyway, so all of us can just get in the minivan.
Yeah.
Sorry to my wife because she hates long drives, but
oh really?
Yeah, she's not like comfortable sitting in a long drive. She'll do it because she's a trooper, but she doesn't really enjoy it.
Okay. You know what's crazy? Just thinking about like when you're driving, it's like the amount of hours you have to drive.
Our friend just drove to Canada. Remember how he was dying?
Oh shit! Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
He drove to Canada from New York, which is Toronto. He said he drove to Toronto, which is not crazy. That bad. It's like 8 hour, 9 hour drive, you said?
I drove to Montreal. That was 6 hours. So Toronto, it's about another 3 to 4 hours.
You know, it'd be funny if Toronto was actually on the west side, and I'm saying the wrong city right now. No, it's Toronto, right?
No, so Montreal is right above us, pretty much. You just go all the way straight up. But then Toronto is on the other side. It's like more closer to LA.
Okay, so maybe I'm saying the wrong place there.
Unless he went to Quebec, I think that's more in the center of it.
You know, it's funny. The only reason I remember...
It's just like wherever the fuck the maple syrup and the mousse are.
Wherever... I actually only know Montreal is on the East Coast. Yeah. Because way back when, in baseball, the East Coast Montreal Expos were on the East Coast. And they were in the same division as the Mets. Montreal Expos of baseball. God. That's the only reason why I know they're on the East Coast. Because they used to play the Mets all the time.
The fucking Expos.
Yeah, the Expos, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, Pedro Martinez. Everyone's like, God, you guys are so old. They're like, who the fuck are these guys?
And then the Expos eventually moved to Washington and turned into the Washington Nationals.
Oh, that's what happened?
Yeah. Did you not pay attention back then?
I know, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's because it's like Montreal to the Nationals, like in Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so now the only team left up there is the Blue Jays, Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, yeah, sure. The Blue Jays and I guess the fucking Raptors. Basketball.
So I would like to take my dad on like more short vacations.
That'd be cool, man.
You know, just to make up for all those years where we didn't really get to go to places. Just before the pandemic, we went to Boston for a little bit, and that was like a good short trip, and they really enjoyed it.
Boston is very beautiful.
Boston is fucking expensive.
Yeah, minus the racism, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's I mean, I'm not gonna try to shit on Boston because I think it's a beautiful town.
No, fuck Boston. I'm only saying this as a Yankees fan, by the way.
Okay, that's different.
So let's thread with that.
Okay.
Yeah, pocket car. Yeah, Noma.
Wait, are you a Jets fan?
I'm a Giants, but
okay, so
why do you ask?
Patriots.
Oh, yeah,
rivalry. It's Boston Red Sox and the Yankees. Same thing.
Fuck you, fucking handsome ass Tom Brady, you motherfucker. But it's okay. We got 2 on you. I still remember me and Lingjie. We watched the Super Bowl together with our fat friend on the highway. Miss ya.
Which Super Bowl was this?
With we lost to the Giants. You remember? And then we kept getting so excited when they caught up. I think it was the first Sunday one that we kept hitting our fat friend, because he didn't really care about football. Yeah. We were so amped. It was at your house. You don't remember this, do you?
I probably don't.
It was at your house in your living room. Your parents weren't there. It was a Sunday. And I just remember we were so fucking loud, but we kept hitting our fat friend.
Oh, yeah.
And he got so mad, he ended up fucking us up. But it was such an exciting game. We couldn't believe it. It was like, Miracle on Ice.
That was the, I was going to say Tyrese Gibson, but who's the wide receiver?
Tyrese Gibson.
Who's the wide receiver that caught the ball between his helmet? It was
shit.
It was like
it's not.
It's not Tyrese Gibson.
Fuck.
It's going to come to you eventually.
Hopefully. I know. He caught it with his fucking head.
Okay, let's get back on the fucking topic, okay?
Asians and vacations.
Vacation stuff. Did you ever have friends maybe before?
I hope so. Oh, sorry.
You have friends back then and maybe even now, because I was talking to someone more recently and he was telling me about how when he was a kid he used to go to Disneyland, Disney World every couple of years.
Who the fuck is this?
You're privileged.
Yeah, who the fuck is this?
You're privileged.
We know this guy?
No. Well, you don't know him. First gen people go on very little vacations.
Yeah.
But the more subsequently, the longer you've been in this country, I guess
it makes sense.
It's tied to actually having more money and more time and shit.
Yeah.
Then you start going on more vacations, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I think for most immigrant first generation families, you don't go on vacations because coming to America, to this country, no, because coming to this country is your vacation.
Oh shit! Because your permanent vacation.
Because if you really think about it,
everything's new,
a vacation is escape from reality and something that is quote unquote not as good, or that you're sick and tired of. When your parents took you to this country, when they whatever struggle they took you to this country, this is your permanent vacation. You have the privilege of vacationing in America and not being somewhere else where you're probably maybe more poor, maybe had a lot more struggles over there. If you really think about it, this is your vacation.
Yeah, that's a interesting perspective or way of saying it.
You can't give your parents shit for those kids that didn't get the chance me to actually go on places.
Yeah.
If your parents are busy working for you, they don't have the money nor the time to do it. It takes a lot of money to go to a new country with a family, especially back then.
You know what? It's crazy is if it's one thing, I think the Disney World part of my family was the first time we were able to do a vacation where most of our vacations had to been half the day or just one day.
Yeah.
At max.
Which for some people doesn't even count as a vacation. It's just I'm going out for a quick day trip or something.
Right. But that was our vacation. It's we couldn't afford to do 2 days, God forbid, a whole weekend.
Yeah.
It's impossible. And it applies to the Chinese, right?
The Chinese.
Okay. You guys work so fucking hard that I'm surprised you had that thing you told me where they don't work for a whole week. And I was like,
Chinese National Day.
Yeah, I was like, dude, there's the amount of hard work that you Chinese people do to doing absolutely nothing will decimate the whole economy.
And it did.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wow, I never thought about that. It's a luxury to afford the time just to, do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it does.
Holy crap.
So that's why you can't really give your parents shit if they didn't have the time nor the resources to afford to do it, because it's a big struggle to come to a new country. Because I can't imagine how some families have to scrap up money.
Yeah, it's just an act of migrating
and having the money and coming to nothing with no job and everything like that.
There's a lot now where a lot of Chinese people are going through the U.S. Mexico border too. I just saw it recently.
Yeah,
and it looked. And do you know what's the weird part? When they're doing it, I mean, I obviously don't know what they're saying in Chinese, but I was like, oh, it looks like they're just taking a normal hike. They look like they're wearing hiking gear. They all have book bag. Yeah, it looked very well orchestrated. I was like, oh wow, look at them.
It would be more funny if it was a Korean church group who went on a Sunday hike, because you know how they love doing that?
Yeah, they got the walking sticks.
They have the walking sticks.
With the visors.
With the visors, yes.
Yeah, and all the permed hair. Yeah, all the ajumas and stuff.
Why do ajumas love going on hikes? Remember I told you how I went to Hawaii and multiple times when I was on a hike, there would be a van Korean hiking club.
Yeah, Korean.
And it would just be a bunch of old Korean people hiking, but they were they're in good shape. They're moving faster than we were, and they had hiking poles and everything.
Yeah, because back then in Korea, if you want to get the best fresh drinking water, you would actually just climb the mountains, and it's like getting like mineral water. That's why. So it's like just hiking is just.
It's a part of the culture.
Yeah, it's part of the culture, man.
I can't tell if this is a real fact.
No, it's true.
Or you're making up shit.
No, it's true, man. I didn't know this.
That sounds like a very good excuse for Koreans loving hiking.
Yeah,
like, I really can't tell if it's a bunch of bullshit from you.
No, they used to get like the fucking delicious ass water.
Okay.
You know?
I also remember like some of our friends would go on actual vacation trips during the summer.
Okay.
And I remember the only thing that we did during the summer, maybe you couldn't afford it, but as an Asian kid growing up during the summertime, you didn't really go on vacations. Your parents send you to like fucking summer school.
Oh, no, I went to a lot of summer camps and stuff.
Summer camps or summer schools? Did you have?
I went to
camp
Korean
implies
school.
Fun.
I went to summer school, summer camp, summer everything. A lot of it was church related, which I hated. That was the thing.
Was it something that your parents paid for, or was it part of the church thing?
Oh, no, you still had to pay for it. I remember I went, if my parents couldn't babysit us, or we can say, what do we do? Just send them on a vacation or a trip?
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that, because if your kid's a little bit too young, then you can't really be by themselves for the full day.
Yeah.
Then you kind of have to send them somewhere.
And church was like kind of like the default. Okay, they're like holy babysitters, you know?
Plus, they had like...
You could trust them, hopefully.
Discounted, cheaper daycare programs usually during the church because they offered it.
Oh, man, I remember one time my mom fucking lied. I love you, mom. But she fucking lied to me.
You say I love you, mom, as, your mom does listen.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so hi.
She doesn't even know. She'll play it, but yeah, she doesn't know what the fuck we're saying.
If she hears mom, I love you from your voice, maybe she'll like perk up and, Ben said I love you.
Yeah, mom, I love you so much, but you did lie to me. I had my brother.
What the fuck?
One time, she's like, do you want to go see a Broadway play? And I was like, yeah, that sounds exciting, right? She's like, yeah, it's a whole vacation for the weekend. I was like, yeah, sign me up, mom. So me and my brother, we go, and we drive like upstate somewhere. It was just like bumblefuck, like just like cornfield. We went to like this like theater, but this whole Broadway play was about fucking God and Jesus.
You got tricked.
I got fucking tricked by my mom. I was so mad watching this shit.
That was like, a holy joke.
I was like, I tried to leave. I was like, can we just go back to the hotel? I'd just rather chill with my brother and like not watch this shit.
So you went there to watch a play for 7 days?
No, it was like a weekend trip. But then, you go there. We left at night, I think. And then, you had to crash. And then Saturday is like the day you watch it. And then there was just a lot of prayer, all this crap. And I was like, oh, mom, you tricked us again. And then we'll leave Sunday morning. You know what I mean?
Where was your dad during all this?
He was probably just working. He probably didn't even know. He was like, where are they? Like, oh,
they're with God.
Yeah, they're doing some shit.
Oh, I have to tell this story. To my brother-in-law, to my wife, they know this story.
All right.
So my brother-in-law's kids go to after school, but the after school that they go to is in a church.
Oh, okay.
But they're not religious themselves. It's just that they happen to have their kids go to it, and after school that's provided by a church.
Okay.
So part of it, just by osmosis, they learn like God religiously things.
Moses.
So then he was telling me the story about one time the kid was at home talking to the mother. He's like, my father is in heaven. And then the mom's like, no, your father's in the next room. He's like, no, my father's in heaven. No, your father is literally in the next room right there. But what he meant was
the father as in like
God is in heaven.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just thought like a little kid saying that. I was
that
like,
is very funny.
That's actually kind of funny. No, because your dad's literally standing next to you.
It's like, no, I like that. That's actually really adorable. That's really funny.
Oh, God. What if we were talking about church? Oh, because now that we're talking about it, it costs a lot of money to have your kids go to some kind of summer program.
Right. Yes.
Because maybe that amount of money is equivalent to like a nice quick vacation.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But then you could like stretch it out
for the whole summer just to keep your kids occupied. So I used to go to like a lot of summer. It's not even camp. It's just school. It's literally school. They took me to school because they thought like a 7-year-old should study for the SATs for some point. I have no idea why, but every summer for multiple years until my early teenage years, I used to go to these summer schools to learn stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember like the only thing I learned was like the TAs, like the
teacher assistants.
Me as like a preteen back then. Yeah. And like these younger female teenage assistants.
I like where this is going. Let's go.
Sometimes you're paying not attention to the class.
Yeah. Go for it, man. Let's do it.
Where's the story going?
You know where it's going.
No.
I can do this too, bro. I've been in the same boat as you, sir.
You were a teenage, not even like a preteen kid.
You're pubescent.
And then these TAs are younger people that are just also finding like summer jobs, right? It's probably like their summer jobs. So high schoolers or early college people.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I love this.
And like my TAs are always female.
Yeah.
And
Oh, what a shame.
I kid you not. I remember nothing about what I learned, but I still remember what the TAs look like.
Dude,
I'm just being real.
Yo, since we're on that topic now, this is what we really want to talk about. This is what Lingjie ultimate goal was.
Asian TAs. That's the title of this episode.
Oh shit. I remember so we used to go to Korean school, right? On the weekends and obviously it was a waste of money because I didn't learn shit, right? We're trying to learn Korean, but there would be like these like girls that were obviously a lot older than me learning Korean. Yeah. So they'll be like in like middle school or in high school.
Oh.
So I'm like the little kid. You know, they're like really hot, you know, to my standards.
To your standards, because you're like a preteen and they're like teenagers.
Yeah, I'm like a fucking kid.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, like a lot of these girls, I mean, I'm not complaining at all. But I think it's because they knew like how innocent you are, that they would just kind of like fuck with you or flirt with you. But as a kid, you're like, I don't know what's going on. But they're just like laughing and they find you adorable because you're just a little kid.
Oh, because you're a little kid and they're like teenagers having fun.
Yeah. So I was just like, man, just like you, I didn't learn shit.
Because you're busy.
Busily distracted. Happily distracted. But yeah. God bless this episode.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That was your whole story?
That was it, man. That's all I wanted to say. I vividly remember I'll be at the desk and these girls are like, she'll like lick her lips. And then she'll start laughing. She's like, Ben, do you know what that means? I'm like, no. And then they'll just like laugh.
And then Ben can't stand up straight.
Yeah, I'm like, I had like a little, my spider senses were tingling down there. My Ben senses. I was like, what is going on? And I was just like, and that's what they say, like, oh, that's when like Ben decided like he doesn't want to play with toys anymore.
Yo, okay. Maybe some of the other teenage boys like know what we're talking about. So like
yeah, they do.
Like the teenage Asian boys that got sent to like all these schools and shit.
Even the girls, TAs. I'm sure it's both ways, man.
Yeah, because like some of the TAs were males in some schools.
They're like, oh my God, Mr. Park. Mr.
Okay,
Chan.
Let's talk about where actual Asian families go on vacation. Let's just talk about like nowadays. Number one, going back to their home country. That's probably like number one, right?
Default. Yeah, number one draft pick.
Exactly. Default, 90% of the time, if they can't afford a vacation, they're probably spending the time to go back to their homeland.
Yeah.
Wherever that might be, just to visit whatever.
Yeah, their motherland.
That actually kind of makes sense because I think if you're like an immigrant family here and you are spending so much time working and you long for something that you are far away from.
Yeah.
When you finally save up the money, I think it makes sense. Why take your family to, I don't know, the Poconos?
The Poconos?
I'm trying to say like there's nothing relevant there.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, but what the fuck, right?
The Poconos.
Because if you can only afford one vacation every 10 years, you're probably going to go somewhere where you really want to go to. Yeah. And that's really just going back home.
Yeah, that's true.
I would probably say that's not even like a vacation per se. That's more like administrative work.
It's more like the high school reunion.
Right, because when you go back, 90% of your days are just spent like having these big dinners and events with other family that you haven't seen for 5-10 years.
Right. It's just like most of it's just talking, which isn't bad, but it's not like you're going like to the amusement park or the zoo, you know, or the arcade. It's more like just like, oh shoot, let's, you know, talk, conversate, gift giving maybe.
You ever seen like when families go back to their home countries, they just feel like a carrier service, a courier service.
Oh yeah.
They'll go there with 8 suitcases.
Yeah, and those big ass just fucking boxes and shit.
It looks like they're moving.
It looks like they're doing some illegal drug smuggling.
But all they're doing is bringing back souvenirs or stuff for their family. Yeah. And then when they come back home, it's the same thing in reverse, right? Like 5 suitcases per person. But what's it filled with? Just like snacks from your homeland. A
lot of snacks. The big ass like just shipments of like, I was like, oh, we're some narco shit.
Maybe it's not that big of a deal now because I feel like most of the snacks you can buy internationally now, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Back in the day, you probably couldn't get like certain snacks. You had to go to your home country and like stock up.
I know you do this though when you go to Hawaii. We try to bring as much of good, delectable Hawaiian snacks as we can. Lingjie just brought me a fucking bag of chips. That's just this piece of shit.
No. Well, recorrect your statement. I didn't buy. Find a different verb.
Oh, I'm sorry. He just happened to find it. I think it was just there. And the worst part was that it's not even like from Hawaii. It just was the flavor, sweet Maui onion.
Yeah, Maui onion.
I could get that here. But it wasn't from there. It was like, it wasn't even the Hulu chips, I think that's a brand.
You know how I like said the NyQuil, Dayquil is just rebranding? The Maui onion chip, that's just rebranding. They just tasted like regular onion.
Yes.
But they're branded as Maui.
Yeah. And then like I remember one time I was going through Lingjie's cabinet and this motherfucker had all the fucking macadamia nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this bitch had all the good stuff on the side.
Why not? Because you're going to go there and buy stuff. I have limited
resources. I gave you so much. I gave you guys so much.
I don't know how you bring back so many souvenirs because when I come back, I don't have any space.
I mean, your dad.
When I came back from California, we had to like prioritize what we would actually buy because we knew we didn't have that much space.
Yeah.
In the suitcases.
I actually went out my way and got like cardboard box, put it in. I'll pay the extra for the cargo, and I do all of that.
Oh, so you're spending more money to have more space to bring back?
Yep.
Okay.
They're just like shit.
Yeah. All right, bad. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. You have a family, so.
Dude, when you have like a kid, you want to go on vacation. It feels like sometimes like you're packing to actually move to another country. The younger your kid is, the more shit you have to bring.
Oh yeah.
Strollers, car seats,
just like
diapers.
Yeah, it's just things you might need.
Yo, I remember when my kid was younger, half my suitcase was just diapers.
Holy crap!
Just like a shitload of diapers. Because when you go somewhere for like a week, just imagine how many diapers you go through when your kid is younger and shit.
Yo, dude, that's so not. Oh my god, that's just like I do not want to go on vacation. If I ever have a kid, I don't think I'm ever gonna go on vacation.
Yeah, pro tip: just bring less diapers when you get to the place.
Just buy it there.
Buy diapers. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna buy it, or I'm just gonna let him shit. I don't know. I'm just gonna like
reusable diapers.
I'm just gonna hold him like this.
Yeah.
Like over like a sidewalk and let him shit on the sidewalk. But what are you doing? He's like, I'm letting my son go to the restroom. Mind your business.
I can't wait till you have kids and you actually take your kids on vacation.
I like how I don't know if that's a threat or you're just genuinely happy for it. I don't
know. We're alive.
Yeah, we're alive. I don't
take
know.
A shot.
We're gonna. Lindsay's like, oh, I can't wait till you take your kids to vacation.
Because I don't know how you're gonna deal with it logistically. When I go on
I'm gonna lose my kid.
Yo, when I go on a trip with my wife does all the pre-planning, and I do like I'm just like hired labor basically. She does all the planning.
You're the muscle. You're the muscle.
And she does all the planning, but we split that responsibility, right? Or like when we pack stuff, we'll just do it together, and she'll pack certain things. I'll pack stuff for my son, but it takes a lot of like administrative work just to get ready for a vacation with your family. Which is why, like, I can't imagine you. You need to be married to someone that's really, really like has their shit together.
Yeah, she really has to like
OCD super planner person just to prepare for you.
Yeah, she just has for her, it's like her taking 2 kids with a husband.
Basically.
That's what it is. But this one kid
just to bring your diapers.
This one kid is strong enough to carry the other kid. That's the best way of putting it. Is and he's potty trained.
He's potty trained.
That's the best thing about it.
Still alive.
Oh, this is what we do for you guys.
Oh, this Dayquil is not really kicking in.
Really?
It's not really kicking in.
Oh man. You want some Mucinex?
Yeah. We have one more episode after this.
Yeah, I know.
That's gonna be tough. I think my head's getting a slight bit dizzy from the coughing.
Oh shit! I
think I coughed so much that because you're laughing and you're coughing.
Because when you cough, you still have to talk, so you're not. Oh.
Okay, where do Asians actually like to go on vacation? Homeland. That's the obvious thing, right?
Yeah, I was trying to think about number 2. I guess it's like within the vicinity.
Yeah, Asian people love to take like little day trips. That's the thing. To the adjacent areas.
Yeah.
Or they just love going to national monuments. You know what I'm talking about? Like Washington, D.C., Statue of Liberty, Grand Canyon.
Lakes or something. Yeah.
Stuff that they've seen in the papers or social media and stuff like the big grand stuff.
Yeah.
Your parents are never going to take a vacation to like South Dakota somewhere. Well, actually, where's the Mount Rushmore? Is that in South Dakota or North Dakota?
That isn't it the Dakotas?
I think it's Dakotas.
Shit. I have no idea where fucking Mount Rushmore is.
I guess changing my point, your Asian family is never going to go to Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay, there's like nothing there, right? For them.
They're gonna be like, is LeBron James there? It's like, I'll be surprised they even know anything about it.
They're only going to either Asian countries to go back home or like national monument kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
You're right.
Niagara Falls, Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
The big type of things. That's what they're going to actually see.
Speaking, it's not a vacation, but I remember I try to do trips. It's hard now because of my work schedule, but on Sundays, I always enjoyed. I try to do things, not with my dad because my dad is lazy, but I try to take my mom places. So like, I'll have like a mom-son date with her.
Oh, dude. That is really, really cute.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's really
with
cute.
Her. So like,
do you make her pay?
No,
Okay.
no, definitely not. Like, but I'll try to take her out, especially the city. But I also know like she gets tired too. So
Yeah, because they're getting old now, so you have to be careful when you take them places.
But I remember one time, the last thing I was able to do for my whole family was that we took them to a Mets game.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was all of us.
See, your dad kind of gets baseball. So
yeah, so
it's good to take him. And your mom's there just to be with you guys as a family.
And, the best part about, we love about City Field is that they have Shake Shack.
Yes.
So I bought them Shake Shack. And I just remember my parents were just like, oh my God, they just kept asking how much is everything here. That's all. That's like the number one thing about Asian parents is they always wonder, how expensive is this?
Yes.
How much is this?
Sometimes you can't take them on trips because because they're constantly asking, how much were the tickets?
Yeah, how much did you pay? Tell me the truth.
How much was this museum thing or this amusement park thing?
Yeah, and then you're like, it's fine, don't worry about it. And then I always lie. I always say $20. $20.
You can't, because when you go on vacations and you go to like a dinners, usually you're going somewhere nicer because you're on vacation anyways.
Right. They won't enjoy it as much. Yeah, because they wonder how expensive it is.
And they hold themselves back from ordering more.
Yep.
Because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to order extra food because maybe they'll just get like the bread basket or like a salad or
the soup.
Or the soup because they're trying to hold back.
The bread basket. They go to... Was that shit Red Lobster?
No, Olive Garden.
Olive Garden
with the free bread basket.
Free breadsticks and salad.
So then you always have to order like double entrees or double appetizers because they're not willing to like do it.
Yes,
because they're constantly asking how much this shit is.
Yeah, I remember my parents were getting so tired that we left in the seventh inning. My dad, he's old now. He's like, I don't really give a shit who wins. He's like, but this was nice.
Yeah,
he enjoyed the thing, but it's the hard bleacher seats. There are nice tickets.
But it's not like a luxury box that you're in.
Yeah.
It's not like climate controlled.
No. But at the same time, it was enjoyable. It was great weather.
I took my parents to the Freedom Tower recently.
Oh, shit.
Like we bought tickets for that. Same shit. They just kept asking, how much were these tickets? How much were these tickets?
Since we are talking about that, how much? I didn't even get to buy tickets for the Freedom Tower.
You have to buy tickets to all the big buildings, like the Empire State Building too. Is also you have to buy tickets for.
That I do remember.
Freedom Tower, you get a discount as a New Yorker. You have to show your ID. So
okay.
It turned out to be like $35 for a ticket.
Yeah. So how much is it for non-New Yorkers? Do you remember?
$40 for the cheapest one.
Oh, wait. There's different packages.
There's different tiers because like some tiers you can go at any time. The lower tiers you have to go at a certain time that you pick. And if you
the poor people shit again,
it's always poor people stuff. It's pretty expensive because if you have a large family, it adds up.
If you have like relatives visiting too, holy shit.
Yeah, because only when you go to the Freedom Tower, you don't go there by yourself. It's not like going to it's something random. You usually bring a large group of people.
Yeah,
which means you're buying like several tickets. So it does add up to a lot. And to be honest with you, when you go up to the observation deck, you're just staring at the view, which is amazing.
But it's like, okay,
5 minutes. Yeah, it's
like,
done.
All right, let's eat.
Yeah, but it was nice just taking because I've never been to the Freedom Tower.
I have not been.
They've never been either.
Yeah.
It's funny, right? When I told my dad we were going, he's like, "I've been there." I'm like, "You've been there?" He's like, "Yeah, I stood outside."
That sounds like a very Asian thing to say.
He's like, "Right?"
Yeah, that's true.
I've been to the Freedom Tower. I was outside.
Yeah. Oh man. What's it? Is there anywhere you wanted to take your parents like specifically? That's like very, very. Like, oh shit, like your mom or dad specifically is like, they were like...
I would like to actually take them to the Grand Canyon because they actually know what that is. Once again, that's one of those like the big American monument kind of things where they just know about.
Even I want to go see it.
It's pretty grand.
It's like majestic as fuck.
Yo, it's as the name implies. It's pretty... You look at it and you're like, how is this so vast? How is it like so large? Especially coming from the city where everything's so clustered. Right. Where you're looking up vertically a lot. This is one of those things where you're looking like side to side, horizontally, and like down, and it's just so big. So it's actually worth going to. You should go visit before you have kids.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like that in Hawaii. Every time before I leave, when I have to leave Hawaii, I get very emotional. I remember last time I was like crying at the beach. I was like, holy shit. That's just how beautiful I think it is. I just cry. Sometimes I just like, I'll be by myself and I'm just crying. It's just like how like grateful and beautiful shit is. Because then it's like, oh, I have to go back to that shit old New York City.
I was going to say, you're crying not because it's beautiful. You're crying because you have to go back home. You're like, fuck, I have to get back to reality.
Reality, yeah. But if it's one thing I always thought about doing eventually, and I still want to, is I want to take my mom to the Vatican. I always keep telling myself, that's like the one thing is like, take my mom to Italy so she could, go and actually do the whole Vatican thing, even if it's just walking by.
What is the whole Vatican thing? Oh, for those that don't know.
Oh, the Vatican City. So my mom is she's as Catholic. As it comes. So she knows everything about it, but she's never been. My mom is like the biggest, it's It's like when the Beatles came out, right? It's like to her the Pope is like the Beatles.
The Pope is the Beatles, or like Beatles. BTS.
Yeah, exactly. So she's
or like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, man.
She's a Popey.
Yeah, she's a Popey. Not like that. She's a Popey.
The Popey.
Yeah, she's a Popey. So I think that'd be really, really cool. But we're talking about it's like I don't think she can afford to like close the shop for a few days. But I was thinking, like, we're gonna have to make money on the side just to give her, just to cover the expense of running her business, and then buying the actual vacation.
You can do
stuff.
like the actual math, like the net loss of the business being closed, and then like cost of the vacation.
Exactly.
In total, it's probably a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much.
Yeah.
So what's actually holding you back from it then?
Oh, it's just the timing from my side. That's all it is. So yeah, eventually I do want to do that. Like I was thinking about this. Oh, I would do that.
Do you think you could actually surprise her? Like you bought tickets for let's say 2-3 months ahead, and you just tell her so she has enough time to prepare.
Yeah. I already have an idea of how I would do it.
Yeah. Would you take your dad and your brother?
No. I don't think I would like to take my brother. Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to take my dad.
Do you think he would get upset?
No, he won't give a shit.
Like he won't be butthurt.
Yeah. If anything, he might enjoy it. So, and I'm pretty sure if I just give him money inside here, just
go have fun for a week, right?
Yeah, here's some money. Here's your allowance, Dad.
You're giving your dad allowance.
But I would like to take my brother. I would like to take Dad. The thing, my brother doesn't fucking work, so I'm gonna have to pay for his ass.
Well, you have to pay for the whole trip, no matter what.
Well, for my brother, he should be able to, at least buy his own fucking ticket, right?
That's true.
And help with like, our stay. So I'm calculating like, okay, I'm just gonna have to like expenses.
I think your mom would really, really enjoy that. She might think it's a hassle at first and like fight you back.
But she's gonna be like, oh shit, this is amazing.
Once she's actually there, it might be actually kind of great.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? Is there any Korean food in the Vatican City?
No, man. We're gonna and that's the thing. Like
you're screwed though, because Asian people, when they go on vacations, at some point during their vacation, they always yearn for their specific type of Asian food.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's not a great Korean food scene there. But
just imagine there's like really good Korean barbecue in Vatican City.
It's like pepperonis on the grill and shit. It's just like fucking like pasta with it. It's like we don't have rice. We have pasta.
It's like holy barbecue. That's what
holy barbecue. Oh my god! Like, that's the thing. Like the good thing about my mom is that she is a foodie, so she actually is more adventurous with trying new stuff.
That's good then.
Yeah, my dad is not. He's the biggest bitch when it comes to food. He's really picky.
I would say your dad is probably more similar to every other Asian parent because when they do go on vacation, they may tolerate eating the local cuisine for like a couple days.
Yeah.
But after a while, they just want to get their fix of their own cuisine, like Chinese food, Korean food. They're finally in peace when they're like, oh, you brought me to an Ohio Korean barbecue place, right? Like, thank God there's Korean barbecue.
Put it this way, dude. Like, I remember growing up, we did go to a lot of restaurants, me and my parents, right? We'll go eat and stuff. My dad loves to talk so fucking much that he'll like have the waitress or the waiter next to him talking, and he's critiquing every dish. And like, he'll always compare it to Korea. My mom would be like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
just enjoy the food.
Just enjoy it. And my dad's not like shitting on it.
It's like we're in South Dakota. What do you expect?
We're shitting on South Dakota.
I'm just saying, like, what do you expect the Korean barbecue here to be like?
And I'm like, Dad, she's not the chef, right? She doesn't actually prepare. She just brings it out. I hope you know that.
Yeah, I don't get why people complain about their food to either the waitress or the person in the front or like the bartender, whoever. They're not the ones doing your food per se, right?
Yeah, I get it if you want to do feedback, sure.
Yeah, like, can you pass on my feedback to the chef that, this, and that?
Yeah, and then I always go to bed, I was like, Dad, they're not going to change shit.
Let's get on to our favorite part of the whole podcast, Ranting and Raving. This is where Ben and I take a couple minutes to rant about something shitty or rave about something good.
Yes.
Wow, that sentence took a lot out of my lungs. Please go, Ben.
What's it? While Lingjie is dying, I guess I'll go first. I just want to say congratulations to my cousin and his lady for getting married. It was very, very beautiful. I had to do a best man speech.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
You went on stage.
Yeah.
Did you plug the podcast?
I did not, actually. I should have done. Oh, man, that would have been fucking hilarious.
At the very end, you should have been, hey, guys, please like, follow, and subscribe to the podcast.
I should have done that.
You should have handed out stickers and business cards.
So the thing is that this was my second best man speech, actually.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I remember it was two people. It was my cousin's like friend that he actually grew up with because I'm older, but he did it in Korean. And
did you understand any of it?
I understood jack shit. I did not. But I pretended like I understood it. And when people were laughing, I'm like,
you're like silent hey, silent hey, silent hey.
Yes. Daewoo. And then I remember when it was my turn, my phone died. So I was just like, oh fuck it. I'm pretty shit faced anyway.
Oh god.
So I just improv'd it.
Nice. That always kind of works out better. It's like more natural.
Yeah, I know you've done your fair share of best man speeches too. So
amazing speeches.
Yes. I think for the record, I think I killed it. Everyone did the whole like all at once. I was like, wow. I was like, I got that.
Yeah.
It was like a full house moment.
You do talk publicly for a side hobby.
Yeah. So I was like, oh shit, this was a like.
How was the mic?
The mic was good. It was solid. The levels are good.
Levels are good. You know about mic placement now?
Yep.
So you're holding the mic very good?
Yeah, it was great. I just want to say congratulations.
Congrats.
It was very, very emotional. Yeah, man. Life is good, man. It's those little things in life.
Yeah, best man speeches are kind of tough.
Yeah. Man, my Korean sucks.
I can't wait to give the best man speech at your wedding.
Oh man, yeah, you're gonna have to, man. Oh god, it's gonna be brutal. Oh god, you're gonna go for like 5 minutes about bitching about me. So like, look, you have a chance now. You can leave Ben.
I'm gonna start off that. Do you know how I'm gonna start off that speech?
No, I don't know.
Welcome to the.
Actually, that'd be great. You have every permission to do that.
There's gonna be like 5 people that get that joke.
Yeah,
and everyone else will be like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Oh man, my parents are gonna be like, "What?" Oh, my mom will get it.
Your mom will get it.
Nobody else will that's get great it, too. I like that.
What the fuck do I have? I'm getting old and multitasking is getting very, very hard for me.
Oh, multitasking even for you.
I can't do multiple things at the same time. I can watch TV and maybe play on my phone. Does that count as multitasking?
Sure, yeah.
But sometimes when I'm driving, if I'm looking at the directions or if I know my exit and I know my path, but my son or my wife are talking to me, I'll just miss my exit.
Wow. So you're saying that your ability to multitask is deteriorating.
At the older I get, I cannot simultaneously do
you're pretty smart,
multiple
man.
things.
You're pretty smart, dude.
Is that a sign of old age or is there just something wrong with my brain?
It could be both. Yo, maybe you have a concussion.
What the fuck? I thought you were gonna say something more like severe.
I like how also just our fan from Guangzhou, China is calling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll answer that because that's probably a scam.
It is a scam. You know what's funny? I've actually gotten a bunch of calls from that number too. Not that number.
This province of China.
Yes, this province, Guangzhou.
Hey guys, just wanted to give a shout out to our listeners from Guangzhou, Guangdong, China.
Ben is getting some spam calls right now on his cell phone from Guangzhou.
And I've answered this. They're gonna get my social security somehow. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, so I'm just getting shittier with multitasking, which if I know I'm doing something, I have to give it my full attention, or else I'm just gonna fuck it up.
Damn, you used to just be able to like fucking do it.
Yeah, just do like a lot of things at the same time. I just can't do it now anymore. Like even when I'm listening to like a podcast or like a audiobook or something, I find myself if I'm in the middle of doing something else, that's not like mindless work like sweeping or mopping like that I can do and then listen to something. But if I'm doing anything else and I'm listening to something, I will forget after half an hour. I'm like, what the fuck was I just listening to?
Whoa, for real?
Yeah, it's not good.
Are you getting sleep? Is your sleep thing okay still?
I'm getting less sleep now because my son is a bit earlier to school, but I don't know.
Do you think that could be it, man?
No, this is not like a recent months thing. This is like a gradual thing I've seen over the years. You can ask my wife. Whenever I'm driving and my son talks to me and I driving on the GPS, she's like, don't talk to daddy. He has to focus on the road right now.
Oh, crap.
Not for safety, but just because I'll take the wrong exit or like make the wrong turn.
Yo, I cannot afford to add 5 more minutes onto this fucking trip.
I hate it when I take the wrong turn on the GPS because it'll be like plus 15 minutes. And you're like, holy shit, one wrong turn.
Damn, especially if you're like tired and you just want to go home.
Yeah.
And you just keep fucking up. You're like, oh my God.
Just imagine you're like 5 minutes away from your home and you take one wrong exit. It's like plus half an hour.
So you keep missing you imagine you just keep missing your driveway?
It's fucking
You're just circling it?
All right, guys, we're at the outro. Ben,
okay.
You're still coughing, guys. We coughed a lot during this episode. I've tried to take it out. I'm currently trying to catch my breath. We're still recovering.
Yeah.
And we have one more episode to record.
Yeah, we could do it. This is much better. This is more tolerable.
It's slightly better. Ben, do you want to go through the quick outro stuff?
Yes. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for tolerating our coughs. We're doing this for you guys. But at the same time, it feels really great. It's been a long time since me and Lingjie actually did an episode. So this is really, really fun.
It's been a month since we saw each other in person. Month.
Yeah. So it's been great. I hope you listened to our remote episode where pretty much we're just coughing back and forth. And we didn't actually say any words of English. You can find us on all our social media platforms, on Instagram at Workstation Pod. We're also on YouTube. You can find us also on TikTok. Thank you also. Shout out to our monthly subscribers for paying us.
Yes, please watch us on YouTube. We're trying to monetize on YouTube.
Yeah.
Ben doesn't know, but we have enough subscribers to apply for money from the YouTube gods, but we need more watch hours. So
shit.
Do me a favor, just leave the computer on for our podcast and just have it autoplay because we need more watch hours.
Oh shit.
Ben, when you go home later, brush off the dust from your PC, play one of our podcasts, and just leave it on.
I have no problem doing that, actually.
Just like sync up.
I'm just gonna
20
do every
episodes
episode and just put the whole playlist pretty much.
Sync up 20 episodes. How many episodes do we have? Like 90 episodes. That's 90 watch hours. Just sync it up.
No problem.
Let it play in the background.
All right, guys. I guess apparently I have homework to do, and there's some good news to that. So
that's the only way Ben can actually help.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking dope.
We do appreciate it. We're trying our best just to like pump out as much content as we can for you guys
on
social media. We'll get the short little clips here. Weekly episode. This is still our priority because I know our core community that likes listening to the full podcast is still here with you guys. So every single week we try to prioritize. I mean, just look at fucking last week. We were both sick and we tried to put this out. I almost lost my brain because I thought Ben was not going to come today. Yeah. We're trying to like squeeze this in. I have to pick up my son at a certain time. So it's like on a tight schedule.
Then you can't multitask.
I can't multitask, so I have to do one thing at a time.
Lingjie needs a vacation.
So anyways, we try our best just to keep you guys company every single week on the Thursday. So if you can subscribe to the paid stuff, that's great. If you can, just leave us a 5-star review. It means a lot to us.
Awesome.
Or just come say hi on social media. I like when people praise us. I like to be patted on the back.
Praise us. He likes it when he gets jerked off.
Ben, are you ready for this week's Asian dad joke?
Yeah, I'm ready to cough up my lungs.
What do you call an Asian martial arts artist who likes Star Wars? A TIE fighter.
Wait, did you do this one already?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Okay. That was a good one.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Okay, guys.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? You have phlegm?
No, I don't have phlegm. My lungs are empty. That's why I'm coughing. It's horrible. All right, guys. We'll catch you next week, hopefully. Actually, we will catch you next week because we're about to record next week. So next week, for sure, you will find us. Sometimes I say I'll catch you next week, but there's a good chance Ben doesn't show up. So
that's true, too.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
There you go.
Please send us some medicine.
Please. UNICEF, if you hear us, the Red Cross, please. Anything. Salvation Army. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.